today's video, we're going to talk about, it's nighttime, we're going to talk about the purpose in your life as it relates to business and the psychology behind some of the pain that comes with trying to pursue business. So today I was selling my product again, and a similar work day, like probably 6-hour work day, and I did well again, and I had someone pray for me as well again, and they thanked God for my innovation of ideas, prayed that I continue to have more. What I will say is, again, when you are doing something, when it doesn't make sense at first, it will. It will make sense. At this point in my life, I can confidently say that, my business will begin to hit, initially like this. I mean, almost like on autopilot, 10K plus days, 15, 20K plus days. Why can I say that? Because I can go out into the world essentially. Like, at this point, I can go into the world. I have designated locations that I can go to where I can not only move people. Yes, I can move people. I can excite people. And I can impact people's lives with my pitch, my idea, whatever it is that I'm talking about. And, currently, we're working about, let's say, I would say the $200 to $400 range per day. And, but it's not just about, it's not just about that piece. For one, when you have a business, obviously you want to test if it works. I've been able to test and test and test, and I can confidently say now I have places that I can go to, multiple different locations and places that I can go to and basically kill it, right? That's just what it is. And we're about to get on the YouTube ads, right? We're about to start running traffic, and that's going to be big. What I want you guys to know is that if you want to start a business and you want to win in the long run, you want to think about the impact and the value that you give to people's lives. At this point, I've been at this for a long time. At this point, I can say that my product moves people, but it didn't happen overnight. This did not happen overnight, and it won't happen overnight. However, things can change fast. You see where I'm at? I'm here, there's nobody here, right? Look where I'm at, there's no one here. I'm in complete solitude. I'm comfortable spending some time working towards my dreams. Not only working towards my dreams, but diving deep in the psychological sector of business. Let me tell you something. There is some fact in a man looking deep within himself, a man being able to reflect. A man that is able to reflect, so guess what? That's a piece of, or a factor of his development. If a man can reflect and actually look within himself, you're already setting yourself apart from so many others. Because if you can look within yourself as it relates to life, or how you carry your health, working out or whatever, that will translate to business. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So now, where I am currently, I can currently say that because I've been able to reflect in business, one, and really put my head down running, I can confidently say that my product will blow up. It will take over the internet. that's what we're going to do. My goal is to make millions of dollars within the next, tens of millions of dollars within the next few years. See, a lot of people say they have these goals or want to go into business, but they're not. Like, I met a guy who does insurance, and this guy's in his 20s probably, or early 30s, young guy, right? And he's probably gonna make $250,000 selling insurance, right? He was telling me about the psychological piece. You attract what you are. This is what life is. He bought my product. This is a young guy. He purchased my product. But why was I even able to find someone that's in this level and in this position in life? I was in the right place at the right time. That's what I mean, guys. Being at the right place at the right time. But doing it over and over and over again, not giving up. Because guess what? I found this guy probably 3 hours into me selling. But I stuck it through or maybe 2 hours. But I stuck it through, right? Because I know that my dream and my vision is possible. You have to actually believe that what you want in life is possible. And I think I know that is one of the most important things. Because before you can, like for me, $300 to $400 a day. In a few years, I'm gonna be like, wow, that was my goal, right? Because I'm gonna be making hundreds of thousands of dollars per day. So in a few years, I'm gonna be like, wow, or I might, whatever. I'm gonna be like, wow, that was my goal. But I know that in order for me to achieve that, I have to actually picture that. Like, I actually have to picture me impacting people's lives. Because what does that help me do? It helps me work on my nerves in sales. It helps me not be fearful of people. No one. It helps me be able to pitch wherever I want to go. It helps me feel more natural, more immersed in my business. All of these are amazing factors. And luckily enough, I've been blessed with the skill of public speaking. So, this video might be a long one. I could probably talk about this for 20 minutes. I've been blessed with the skill of public speaking, luckily enough. Which means is that I don't have to be fearful of anyone. As soon as I find the people that I need to find, guess what? I can close the sale. I promise you, I can close the sale. Because I love people, actually. I connect with people, naturally. That is a gift. Now, because I could sell, because I live in North Carolina, South North Carolina / North Carolina, right? In between. I could sell anywhere. Like, this is the only place I could sell my product. It's not. It's just where I live right now. It's not the only place I could sell my product, though. I could go somewhere else and sell my product. You might be like, you're crazy. No. Now, to dive a bit deeper, like I said, picturing myself making the money that I'm currently making with my business, and seeing myself doing bigger and better things in life, right? It's not even just about this business for me. It's actually because I'm a full-fledged entrepreneur, so I want to dive my hand into other things. So it's not even just about this business for me. Like, this is just one thing. However, as far as picturing myself making let's just talk about 300 to 400. Let's just talk about that. How do I actually manifest a goal of 20 sales a day? Because in a sense, it's kind of like, it's like, how do you actually use your brain to get that goal? And it really just comes down to belief, being at the right place at the right time, just a lot of And I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. A lot of psychological with that. Like on the weekend, honestly, I could easily do well. It's not difficult for me. Because I don't give up. That is why. It's because the more you don't give up, the easier it is for you to continuously pursue and achieve your goals. Okay? You can do this. You can do this. These days are going to add up, man. My net worth is going to go up because I'm, making a lot of money every single day. It's not just one day. So you look at what I'm doing right now, you might say, okay, whatever, $200-300 a day adds up. Even with me paying for Ubers. We're going to talk about some other things as well. We're going to talk about a bunch of other things. So picturing yourself making money, not just like in this one business, but in other, diving or dipping your hand in different things. Like, okay, my goal for the month of May could be, not even necessarily for the month of May, but not the month of May, the month of July, right? My goal for a week could be an average of $5,000 a day, or $4,000 a day. That could be a goal. $4,000 a day in a few weeks. For a week. You're like, man. But guess what? Momentum is real. Momentum is real. If you actually try your absolute hardest at something, I'm making history right now because I'm not giving up. Like, I'm actively making history. I've closed, I want to say 25, 30, close to 30 sales in the past 2 days. Okay, in person at that. In person. Soon on the internet, that's gonna be 1,000 people in one day. We're gonna have 1,000 customers in one day, and we're gonna have just business is just gonna be crazy because we're gonna be on the internet. We're gonna see millions and billions of people, right? So thinking about that, but also being aware. I think right now my in-person goal is, to push myself to do the best that I possibly can, to get to like 20 sales. I would love to do $500 in a day just to do it. Excuse me. I would love to do 500 in a day just to do it. But talking about the internet numbers, I love talking about this, not just because of the money, I promise. But talking about the internet numbers, there's no max of what we could necessarily hit. You know what I mean? There's no max of what we could necessarily hit. What I will say is, if you don't give up, you will win. I was thinking that this video might be 20 minutes long. I'm just gonna share with you guys with what I want to. I'm gonna share with you guys what I want to share, because to me it's not, it's not a big deal. So another goal is like, another goal for me, guys, is to make crazy numbers, right? To have 100,000 customers every single month, which is possible. We're going to talk more in depthly with that. So, product. Here's a good one. Product. Reflecting on my product. So, like I said, my goal is to essentially, with what I'm doing, there's no limit to what I can achieve. there's no actual limit. Like, technically my product is going to be $37. If 100K people purchase, right, that's so much, man. I mean, I don't even think, like, you guys don't even know yet. Like, it's crazy stuff, okay? It's really going to be through the roof. Probably see, really at peak, 5-6 million profit per month. Because with what I'm doing right now, there's just absolutely no actual, like, limit to what I'm doing. There really isn't. Like, there's no limit to what I'm doing. Because I don't see any limit, right? So I don't see any limit to it. I feel like we can do $4 or $5 million profit, or 5-6 million, whatever. Now we're gonna talk about a little bit of the I gotta give you a little more value than that. Okay, the psychology, talking to people in person. Well, I've given you guys some gems, but we're gonna go into a little more. Okay, like and subscribe if you're new, by the way. So people love a person who can articulate well and with power, okay? And they like to see a passion, someone with passion, someone who's constantly working on the product as well. Someone can kind of tell if you're actively working on your product. And that's called kind of a portfolio. That's why your goals favor consistency, right? Consistency is what breeds greatness. But real consistency. And, you know, everything is connected. Everything is connected, because with that ties into, because if I could make a bunch of, because I do meditation, right? I do self-development. If I could make a bunch of meditations, like, I mean a bunch of meditations, I'm talking like just a ton. Enough to where I can create another product. Because, by the way, guys, the reason I said there's no limit to digital products is because if you have a funnel, if you have an online company, a business, you can have upsells as many as you want. As long as your product is valid, like as long as it is a real product, you know, don't create some BS, okay? Make real products. If you could make real products, digital files and such, right? You could have 2+ upsells. Me, I could have really as many as I want, because I'm early in the game and I'm working actively. So what that will require of me is just basically actively doing the work. Also, don't believe that there's no luck. Stop believing that there's no luck and you cannot get lucky. You can get lucky. You will get lucky. If you go give yourself the best chance, the best odds at getting lucky, you will get lucky. I'm probably gonna stop this video at maybe 21 minutes. You will get lucky. The reason you will get lucky is because you're putting yourself in favor of the odds. Also, it does not take, I know I'm saying a lot. By the way, I'm gonna do a little clip, but I just want to say, guys, it does not take a lot to blow up. It just takes momentum. Most people aren't doing business. Most people won't start a business. Most people ask too many questions. You know what? In a few years, not even in a few years, within a few months, many of you guys will see me making millions of dollars. And to my supporters, I appreciate you. I need to actually create a video thanking my supporters as well. I really do. I need to do that. I need to make a video thanking my supporters. Listen, let me tell you something. You're gonna wonder why my conviction is so strong as it relates to achieving my goals? Guess what? It's because of my habits. I promise you, you're going to wonder why. And I'm going to give you the tools that I used to become successful. Okay? I'm going to give you those tools. A lot of those tools revolve around my habits. Like I said, the beats, the binaural beats, the affirmations that I use, some of the meditations that I've constructed, right? A lot of those revolve around those habits. Going to sleep a bit early. Make sure you actually get your sleep. Me personally, I need my sleep when I'm doing sales. I'm gonna show you guys a little clip, but me personally, I need my sleep. I'm not gonna go to sleep at 2 a.m. doing BS, doing whatever, right? Unless, like right now, I'm actively talking to you guys, I'm actively working with you, I'm doing something. Unless I'm doing something like this or working on business, I'm not gonna go to sleep at 2. Why? Because I need to wake up the next morning and perform and be able to answer questions. I need to be sharp, okay? You need at least 8 hours of sleep, actively. Get your sleep. So, this is my 2 cents. You need to go to sleep probably before 12 o'clock. Probably. If you don't go to sleep before 12 o'clock, if you go to sleep at 1, that's fine. More than likely, you have to go to sleep. More than likely. I'm telling you, more than likely, you have to go to sleep. Because even if you wake up at 10, 11, yeah, you could do that on the weekdays. But on weekdays, you got shit to do, okay? On the weekends, if you wake up at 10, you need to be in bed by max, 12. You have things to do. Lock in. Excuse my language. But no, seriously. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Like and subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Can I tell the truth? If I was doing this for you, then I have nothing left to prove. Nah, this for me though. I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people. And they don't have no award for that. Trophies.